Are you ready to step into alignment with your soul's purpose and take a real, tangible step forward towards your highest potential? Join me for part 4 of the Soul Awakening podcast series, Embodying the Universal Laws, where we deep dive into one of the most powerful principles of manifestation, the law of action. This Tuesday, July 22nd at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will explore how divine inspiration requires courageous movement and how action becomes the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Tune in live on YouTube, bring your journal, and prepare to activate the path that's been waiting for you to walk. Subscribe and set your reminder. Transformation begins with one action. Join me. Welcome to Soul Awakening Podcast. Welcome to episode or part 4. And we are going to be diving in to the law of action. This law is the animated force behind all of creation. You know, while our thoughts and our thoughts shape our intention, and our emotions infuse our energy with desire, it takes action. It's allowing us to put ourselves into that embodying moment of what it would feel like if I did this or if I did that. In order to get this, what if I did this first? What if I acted like I already had it? What action do I, the individual that's creating, or the individual that's having an intention of a certain situation, a certain circumstance, a certain conversation, a certain physical aspect of needs, wants, and desires, right? Your emotions infuse your energy, and it acts like a crystallized potential of tangible form. You're that powerful. You have this intention within you that you're that powerful. Remember, scientists already think that we are a human atom bomb in this physical form. Imagine what you can do if you put that energy forth. But you have to do it. I have to do it. We have to put the action there. I remember growing up when I was knee-high to a little duck, listening to all the adults in the church and everything say, faith without works is dead. Sometimes they never really showed you what that meant. At putting it, showing you how to use it in your everyday life. But if you have faith that something is going to happen, act like it's going to happen. Take a step out. If you have faith that you are going to be abundant in money, don't be afraid to spend money. Don't be a hoarder. Don't always talk about, now don't get me wrong, it's not wrong to have a budget, but if you confine yourself to budget and you're thinking that you want abundance so that you'll be able to not be on a budget, sometimes you have to show the universe what that looks like. Welcome in, Casey. Thank you for saying hello. Right? This is what I wrote. I get so excited, I get sidetracked. The law of action is the animating force behind all creation. While thoughts shape your intentions and emotions infuse your desire with energy, it is action that crystallizes potential in its tangible form. No vision, no matter how vibrant or spiritually aligned, can manifest without action, without movement. Action is energy moving. This universal law demands that there be more than mere motion for its own sake. You have to embody it. You have to infuse it. Intention plus your energy equals creation, equals manifestation, equals the power of attraction, equals aligned action. Your intention, your embodiment is meant for you to let the energy of the universe imbue and view your clarity of what you want, your discipline in what you want, your unwavering commitment to what you want. You could go down to the dealership and drive that same car, test drive that same car at the same time every day for a week, to embody it, to imbue it, to feel it, to see it, to allow it to sink into you and you into it. Not worrying about how the universe is going to bring that car to you, but how you're only being clearly succinct in how it feels to you. Embodying the law of action is to become consciously an initiator. I'm excited. It means stepping out of your passivity and becoming a direct participant of your own evolution. Tapping in to who you are, not who someone else thinks you are. Or tapping into what you want, not what someone else wants for you. The universe supports movement. Each step forward sends a message to the universe saying, I am ready. I am willing. I am responsible. You are responsible for bringing your vision to life. This law reminds us that spiritual principles must be grounded in our behavior. You can acclimate to it. You can assimilate it. You can take it in, bring it in, and plant it and root it. But you must be grounded in it as it takes roots. Your dreams without action are just fantasy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Your dreams without action are fantasy. And get this, it's okay to have fantasy. Some people like that. They like that dream state. It's okay. It's okay to do that. If that makes them happy for their highest and greatest good, let them be in their fantasy world. Intentions without disciplines fade into inertia. It is believed that intentions without discipline fade into inertia. Discipline is not a bad word. Discipline means that you decide what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and if you want to keep doing it in order to get something done, in order to obtain something. You have to put vibrational action to it and keep showing the universe, keep up showing the universe that this is what you want. Vibrational action is being grateful for the fact that, hey, I opened my eyes and I enjoyed myself this morning waking up. I want to do that every morning. The more you show the universe that you're in gratitude, that's action for waking up every morning. The universe says, Sandy wants more of this. Right? I'm just using something simple. Simply put, we must take action to focus on our desire, on our want, on our need, on our intention. We have to do the focus. We have to be focused. We have to become focused. So many ways to say it. We have to do focusing. You can do all the preparing you want, but if you don't take the next step, you're just in the preparing stage. And then the universe says, oh, that's all you want to do is have doors open that show you preparation. Okay, we can do that. True action does not arise from haste or fear. It's believed that it happens from having an inner alignment, being in alignment with yourself of what you want. I know thyself and what you want, and if what you want is for your highest and greatest good, do you really want it? I'll give you an example. When I started my company like 5-6 years ago, or maybe even a little bit longer, I worked in an industry for almost 40 years as a accounts receivable and collection specialist. And I put the action in and became really good at it. I could do it with my eyes closed. But it was not my first love. It was just something that helped me raise my kids, because I had a need that I needed a job, and I was a single mother, and at the right time in the right place, it was offered to me. And as it was offered to me, I became very good at it. So when it came time to maybe change or shift in the level of being owning my own company, everybody told me, this is what you're good at, this, you really do this really well, you can do it with your eyes closed, so let's help start your business. I put the action behind what their perception of me was based on how well they believed that I was doing what I did. I'm not saying I didn't do it really well. And I put the action and the effort first, and I got my business name, I got my business license, I got everything until I got to the part where there was marketing. And then there was no action there because there was no embodiment of me really liking what I was about to deep dive into. I didn't really want to do accounting anymore. It took me several more years to figure that out. That's why my company never got off the ground. because I didn't put my embodiment and action to it. I'm just going to use myself as the example. I did it really well for other corporations and to get a paycheck and to make sure my children had roof over their head and had all of their needs met. But my company, that wasn't my first desire. And because it wasn't my desire, because it wasn't my intention, and because there was no intention there was nothing to put energy to it to create it. No action. The law of action teaches us that every decision, every motion, every effort, when made with awareness, is a declaration of power. A declaration of power. Every effort we take, every effort we make, every motion that we surrender ourselves to and move through, and every decision that we make, that we discern, not based in fear, but based in free will, the movement of vibration of hold on just a second. So sorry. The motion of free will that you allow yourself to move through your embodiment, right? I'm sorry, I got kind of, so I'm coming back, right? Action is the mechanism through which our destiny is forged. I'll say that again. I'll say it again. Action is the mechanism by which our destiny is forged. And the soul can call through our action. What do you mean call through? It's calling us, and through the action is saying, yes, go this way. Yes, go that way. Ooh, this feels good. Ooh, tell me about this. It feels you, your higher being or your soul or your spirit feels that vibrational embodiment. And it begins to guide you. It begins to speak with you. So let's break down a few key aspects of the law of action. First one, initiation. The next one, intention, right? Initiation and intention. The law of action begins with a conscious choice, yours or mine. Initiation is the spark that distinguishes the dreamer from the creator. When inspiration can strike from the unseen realm, it must allow or be allowed and followed by decisions and deliberate steps. The quality of the action is, I'm going to say this, directly linked to the purity of the intention behind it. Bring yourself, your unique beingness. Pure means be you. Be you. Don't convolute yourself. Just be you. Be you. Raw is good. The quality of the action is directly linked to the purity of the intention behind it. Alignment and integrity. It's believed that not all action is powerful. Yes, hence we have the polarity extremes, higher polarity and lower polarity. We are meant to tap in to the polarity exchanges. That's how we're going to learn. It's energy waiting for you to play with it, for you to decide what it's going to do for you. That's action. Only aligned action carries transformative energy. And it does not mean that your aligned action can only be positive. If you're aligned in something of a negative value or placement, but you're aligned with it, that's action. And it's going to be transformational. And it's going to become whatever you give that vibration to. It's just going to become. When action is out of sync with your values or your deeper truth, it creates resistance and fragmentation. It creates it so it can show you, do you really mean this? Do you really want this? Remember, energy isn't going to decide, make a decision for you. There's no gray area for the law of manifestation or the law of vibration. There's no gray area. It's not going to bargain with you. It's waiting for you to tell it. It's waiting for you to show it. Action. If it's showing it to you in fragmentations, it's only mirroring back what you're giving it. And if you keep giving it fragmented moments, it will keep mirroring it back to you. Aligned action, take the pause, by contrast, feels purposeful, even in the negative form. The purpose of negative action is to say, where do you want to go from here? What do asking you, do you really want to do this? It's showing you that, and your decision making, which is another active form, is going to tell it what it's going to create. Having a challenged moment isn't a bad thing. Being challenged opens up doors. It says, "Ooh, this is a challenging moment. Why do I feel it's a challenge? Or why do I feel the way I feel about it being challenging? Ooh, it's about to open up me moving from one action to another. Am I going to move to that next action? Because you certainly have the opportunity or the choice to stay still. Alignment and integrity also nourishes the spirit, and it builds trust in yourself, the trust in you, and the ability to process that trust and move to the next step. Let's talk about momentum and consistency. Action must be sustained. One burst of movement is just not enough to shift the whole pattern of your vision from birth to birth conception to an actual physical viable sustaining building or job or vacation or relationship, whatever you're trying to manifest. The law of action reveals that momentum is spiritual gravity in motion. You have to keep doing it, just like you lift your feet to walk. You're defying gravity as you're lifting your feet and then putting them down and then picking them up again to be in movement. And you're continually doing it to be in constant movement, just like riding a bike, just like driving a motorcycle or your car. You have to constantly keep putting gas on it to get where you need to go. Even small, consistent efforts compound over time to create exponential results. The universe not manipulates, but multiplies what it is maintaining in integrity and in focus, in your focus and in your integrity. It multiplies it. It mirrors it. And if you keep saying with your energy and your action, yes, 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 it starts multiplying it. It starts giving you more situations and more seasons to beat, or for the action to be, or the physical action to be part of your life, that it becomes your what you're attracted to. What you're attracted to and what's attracted to you becomes physical. Let's talk about being courageous and taking responsibility. Action often requires stepping into the unknown. I'm going to tell you, stepping into the unknown is the most courageous thing you can do. And it's action. It's action. It certainly can be scary, but fear, uncertainty, and doubt are natural. The fear is not a universal law. It's just an action, or the lack of action. The law of action asks that you take responsibility for your path. You step into that responsibility for your path because you're showing the universe what you want. You can most certainly wait, but you can step forward and say, I'm going to try this. Even if later on you tried it and it didn't work out, you tried it. And then you got to say to the universe, nope, that's not what I want. Let me try something else. Let's talk about embodiment and result. We have been taught as human beings that we look to the future for an end result instead of living in the now. We focus on the end result. Therefore, if we're focused on the end result, there is never any action being taken, being done by you, because the only action that you're utilizing is if it's going to work out or not. How's it going to look further down? Action often requires stepping into the unknown, right? So action brings thought into form from the unknown. But from the unknown, you have to show it what you want. What do you want that unknown to look like? That means you've got to step into it and go, oh, I see this. I want to change this up a little. I want the picture to look a little bit different. I want this to be a little bit bigger. I want this to be a little bit smaller. I like this house, but it doesn't have enough rooms. Let's look at another one. I like this car, but it only has 2 rows where I want 4, because I have dogs and I want to be able to take my animals with me, and I want to be able to have a big trunk space. So I want it bigger. Right? You're not in fear of, I might not be able to afford it. You're going, well, I want bigger. Let's not think about cost. Let's not go down that road of fear where it might stop me. Let's just keep deep diving into the unknown of what is possible. Right? Embodiment is about you showing the universe what you want and how you want it and where you want it at. And the more you interact with the energy of the want and showing the universe where you want it and where you want the universe to put it where it needs to show up at, and how much of it you want, right? The result is going to happen. It's just going to show up. And then when the result shows up, when you embody it with gratitude, if that's what you, if now you've got what you wanted, when the result shows up, you say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and show the universe how much you loved it, then the universe is going to multiply that until as such time that you change and you want something different or more. Or you want that particular thing that you receive to transform, to alchemize and change and become something else. Then you have to step into the action of the new thing that you want. Action brings thought into form. That's how your thoughts become things. Every act becomes a living expression of who you are and what you believe. Know thyself. Who are you? What do you want? How do you want it? Where do you want it? When do you want it? Sometimes you have to, backtrack and go, wait a minute. Did I really want that? Or was that something somebody told me I wanted? And every time it kind of shows up, is that why when it shows up, it doesn't feel good or it doesn't feel right, or this isn't really the way I wanted it to look or feel? It's not, you can't do the action of somebody else's want for you. Every act becomes a living expression of who you are. Who you are. I repeat that, who you are and what you believe. Through this law, you become the embodiment of your vision. The universe actually sees you, feels you, becomes you. You don't just speak your truth. You show your truth through action. You grow your truth. You walk it, you build it, you become it, you live it. The results are not just your outcomes. They are your reflections of inner mastery, going inward and mastering who you are. And then showing the universe, this is me. I want you to mirror me. To live the law of action is the awakening moment of each day. you have. You get to sense and become the cosmic purpose of the universe, of its pulsating vibration. It gets to pulsate through your veins, becoming you through your actions. You become the cosmic universe, and through its action, it becomes you. That blew me away. That just blew me away. Oh, this is what the law of manifestation is. This is what the law of vibration is. It's me putting action out there, and then all these universal laws are correlating with each other, collaborating with each other, and then coming back to me and saying, whoosh, this is what you wanted, Sandra. And me saying, oh, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or if it's saying, this is what you wanted, Sandra, but it's a story that has been filtered through me that's not for me, and it keeps hitting me like in my face, I can go, ooh, no, thank you. Why did that show up like that? Oh, no. Didn't feel good, didn't feel right. Let me go back and let me discern what that was all about. I get to go back into my archive, that's action, into my archive of what I thought was for my highest and greatest good, and where that story came from. You don't have to go beat somebody up because that story came from your mother, your grandmother, and your great-grandmother, or your father, your grandfather, and your great-grandfather. You don't have to, put blame, though that's action. That's an action that you can do, but the universe will mirror that. You get to decide what you're going to do for yourself and what action you're going to take. Now you can react, and the universe will mirror that. Or you can say, let me sit back and take a discernative measure of moment and time to think about this and decide what action do I want to move forward with. And go, oh, that's where I changed this. That's why I can't go back and change anything in the past, because action has to happen in the now, right? So so basically, the law of action recognizes that every breath, every step, and every choice your vessel has as the creator can flow or free flow into form because of you, because of me. Rather than sitting in a passive, hopeless, or endless contemplation, the law demands that you take some action. You've been walking for days and days and days. Where you're about to go to, or the place that you go to, you have to cross a small bridge to get there. But the bridge doesn't look like it's safe. You can decide, action is I can turn back, or I can take my time crossing the bridge one step at a time, noticing where I need to put my feet to step across it to make it to the other side. You get to decide. You get to decide when you start embodying yourself in the law of action. Only you can do that. You can sit with other people that can hold space for you. They can give you their best version of how it worked out for them. You can take that information and discern it for you, how it's going to work out for you. Same thing last week, we talked about meditations. There are a whole lot of different meditational choices to use, but what's right for you may not be right for someone else, and what's right for someone else might not be right for you. But you try it on for size, see if it fits, and it doesn't fit you. It's not about somebody telling you or misdirecting you, or for you to place blame, because guess what? That's an action. You can just go, oh, let me try something different. That wasn't what I needed. That didn't work out for me. Right? When the law of action is fully embodied, life itself becomes a work of art in progress. I love that. I asked the divine, what happens when I fully embody the law of action? It's a work in progress. And I went, simple. Not something to be waited on. I'm not waiting. I hear people saying, I'm waiting on this, and it must be God because I'm waiting on that, and whatnot. Not wrong for them, but just not for me. Being in a landing pattern doesn't work for me. Been there, done that for me. When you fully embody the law of action, it is possible that your life will start to show up as works in progress, now moments in progress. Not something to be waited upon, not something to be shaped, sculpted, and danced with. Something you are doing consistently. You become the instrument through which you create. You become the creator taking action in the world. Sometimes you may become deeply attuned, maybe not. But some become deeply attuned. Some find their purpose. Some find the power of energy moving. You decide what it is for you. And remember, evolution is movement. Evolution. We are here to shift and evolve. That means that everything is constantly in motion. That it's all right for us to take action, even if the action is small, even if it is minuscule. In this state, action is not impulse or impulsive. It's not about being reactive. Sometimes it's just about being attuned. Sometimes it's just about the flow of the choreograph of the universe moving through you. Right. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Embody your presence. That's action. Embody your now moment. The energy behind the action matters. What's your energy behind your action? You're the only one that can say why you did what you did. What was the energy behind your responsive moment? You are the receiver, right? You receive and you give. So you received something in, but you reacted. What was your presence of mind when you reacted for what you received? Action is very powerful, whether it's of the positive polarity extreme, or the negative polarity extreme. And I say extreme because we can be extremely positive and we can be extremely negative. And we haven't, kind of like shifted into a middle ground. That it's okay to move between these different polarity shifts, because this is part of life. Nothing wrong with you wanting to stay positive all the time. That's fine. And it's nothing wrong with an individual seeing negative all the time. That's their life. That's their choice. Right? But the service to yourself and knowing thyself is being able to decide when something fits you and when something doesn't. Because the universe has this set law that it's going to mirror what you're giving it. There's no gray area. It's going to mirror what you decide actively you want. If you're actively deciding that you are not worthy of having something, and that's the energy that you're giving, and that's the action that you're taking, you're not moving forward to get what you get, because it's not going to happen anyway. You're not doing anything to do. The universe is going to say, okay, this is the status quo that he, she, or they want, and it's going to mirror that. The alchemy of feedback and refinement. Action is not about perfection. I had to laugh at this because it's so simple. Action is about evolution. Every time you take a step forward, that's action. And the universe is giving you feedback on it. It's giving you feedback on it. The mindful and soulful discipline of rest and integration. You get to take time to the divine of the universe. The divine design of the universe gives you an option to reset. It's called sleep or rest. Even if you daydream, you get to reset. And once you wake up from that, you get to take action to change things, to reset things. That blew me away. When you wake up each morning, it's a reset. You can go back to the day before and be exactly who you were the day before. If you were in disappointment, you can start it all over again. Take the action of being a different disappointed soul, and the universe will say, your wish is my command. But you could wake up and go, oh, I think I'll try something a little bit different today. Right? I think I'll approach so and so a little bit differently today. I think I'll approach today with a little bit more gratitude. That's action. Right? That's action. You can tap into it. Action can be anything. You can receive action. You can surrender. That's action. Surrender isn't weakness. It can lead to wisdom. Some people, they resist. That's action. Maybe stop resisting. That which you resist persists. So stop resisting and maybe surrender it and go, let me try something new. Let me try a different action. For some people, journaling works. Journal about your day. And the last action in that journal is, I am so thankful and grateful for, and what are you grateful for? That's your action. The universe is going to take that and the universe is going to say, your wish is my command. And then the next morning, if that's where you want to start, you read your last thing in the journal. I was thankful and grateful for X, Y, and Z. And then I think I'll start with that. Action. Being in line with it or in alignment with it. Allowing it to gain momentum. Being consistent with it. Being courageous with it. Making it your responsibility to be happy. It's also your responsibility to allow yourself to be sad. Depends on which one you want to embody. That's action. Embodiment is taking action, is showing the universe what you want. It's showing the universe what type of relationship you want. Or if you're in a marriage that you don't want to fail, show the universe what you want the relationship to look like by being the first person that's the listener, as opposed to constantly arguing. You don't want your ex-husband or your wife or your husband to always argue. Well, be the one that listens to him, or be the one that listens to her. Show the universe what you want the universe to see in a relationship to improve the relationship. Embodying the law of action is our job. If we use that word, but I like to say embodying our action is our playtime. We get to play at it. Be kids, play at it. Just embody it. Go play. When kids go play, they just go play. I just want you to think about that for a moment. So as I close today, the law of action is a collaborator. Here we go. with the law of manifestation and the law of vibration. And they require you to be a part of it. A vibrational part of it. It cannot happen without you. You are the collaborator. You're the lead collaborator. Nothing can happen without you. The universe is always giving you what you're asking for. What you're asking for. So know thyself. Deep dive into yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the first action. Ask yourself an embodying question. Take time to figure out what you really want for you and how you want to show up for you and what you really want, and then show it to the universe. Show it to energy that says, I'm here to serve you. Show me what you want, when you want it, how you want it, where you want it to be, and how much of it you want to have. That's the law of action. So I thank you for being part of this magnificent, I'm going to say, embodying universal law. And there's so much more to it. Look it up for yourself and figure out what works for you. If you came in late, watch it in replay. If you've got questions, ask. DM me. Soul Awakening with Sandra. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and my Spotify. I'm available. Explore the question, who am I really? And then take action on what you really want and how much of it you really want. And then let the universe mirror it to you. Thank you for being part of the Embodying Universal Laws, Part 4, the Law of Action. Enjoy your rest of your week. Thank you. One love, wholeness and balanced, peace and love.
(2023) Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. enjoy this content, if you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus Crystallite, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.